Alright, recording started. Doesn't mean we have to start the meeting. I just started the recording.
We could always wait a little bit. I could always... Let me DM. Let's see if he answers.
I don't remember who said anything. He was late or
Well, this one was also, like, for the moment. Because...
New times and all that, yeah.
Mr. Denny can't do Wednesday night. Just kidding.
It's all his
issue with
fault.
that.
It's his fault. No, I mean, it's his fault. I mean, you blame him.
We're gonna solidify a time, hopefully today.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So it's not like Tuesday, and then Thursday, and then just like that. So I just have to
died? Oh my god, you're kidding me. He killed me through
That was
deterrence.
embarrassing. You should be embarrassed of yourself right there.
He killed me through deterrence. That's like a 10% chance for him to hit me.
It's still embarrassing.
So a quick thing before we like completely start. I did talk to Kevin because Roger, you brought it up about his what he said in the chat. He said he is willing to join for like because he knows Discord very well. He doesn't mind learning to stream or just being in charge of that. If you want him to join today, we could add him, or we could talk about it on the
Well,
outskirts.
let's talk about it, and then let's talk about if we want to create, like, you know, let's come to a resolution on what we want to do, in terms of like creating a stream team and all that stuff.
Okay. I didn't know if we wanted to like bring him in or something or not today, but it was just something on my list.
Yeah, maybe not today, but like let's get the hammered out the idea. I mean,
To be honest, he's
unfortunately,
helping me with a lot of the stuff.
yeah, and I think ultimately anybody who wants to help, we should probably like Slap Donuts is like sign me up for that team. So like I think we just kind of get that figured out. But I am, you know, we're missing Luna, we're missing Chris. Okay.
I think that's it, yeah.
Well, and then Permish never got back to you?
He did get back to me, so he said that if we're meeting Wednesday nights, because I told him we usually meet at Wednesdays at 4, he said if we meet Wednesday nights, which I don't particularly know what time that is, he would definitely enjoy taking the position.
Okay. Is it's a schedule thing? It's like his schedule is crazy, or
might be. I told him we're trying to find a time to meet, so I will keep him updated on exactly when we're trying to meet. I told him he's also in the eBoard chat, so he could feel free to just message us in there.
yeah, I mean, if we
Like
can
times
find
he's free.
if we can find times he's free that he can be active, we just need him to be active. You know, okay.
So he's up for it. It's just time-wise as what we're trying to figure out to ourselves.
Okay. So why don't we go ahead and get started, Jen? Go ahead and work through your agenda.
Alrighty. So, welcome. So to start this off, I wanted to switch it up a little bit because we do have advisors. So I wanted to kind of start off with advisor announcements if you guys have anything that you want to just say to the students or just us to kind of start off.
7 winners for the player and rookie of the year and season. Congratulations, everyone. See the announcement in Avis chat.
We got a lot of people, which is great.
Yeah, it was awesome. That's all I have.
Roger?
Just that we are, you know, building partnerships with some really cool brand names, and we're doing some very cool things for the club, the varsity, and academics. So just keep your eyes out for stuff that we release in the next couple months, because John's hustling, and we're doing some cool stuff. So lots of really interesting stuff that'll be coming up, and I just throw my congratulations to the winners. I tallied it up. Only one school actually won more awards than us.
Oh.
Yeah. So Johnson and Wales was the only school that won more awards than us. Isn't that right, Dennis? So yeah. So that's it. Other than that, I don't have anything to add.
Cool. Dustin?
I don't have anything to add really. I'm not as popular as cool as you guys, but I don't have much really so far to add, but more to communicate on the discussion as we get going here.
And I don't want to hear any of that popular. You're the OG Dustin, so I don't want to hear that crap.
Yeah, true. You got that right.
You're just secretly behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Alright, so today, if this is the only thing we get done, if it takes a while, if it's the only thing we get done, I'm okay with that. I want to solidify and closely finalize the Summer Bash weekend. With games, prizes, stuff like that. So as of now, the date is July 16th to the 18th. I believe we said it was going to be from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. each day, so that means for time slots, 3-hour time slots of each game. So first I wanted to talk about, so we're doing prizes for, basically we're doing prizes for the engagement if they join. I have 2 ways I was thinking about it, and if you guys have any other ideas on how to gift it and like raffle it, let me know. So one way, this was a more complicated way, it takes a little bit more time, organization, and tracking stuff, is where for each game that people engage in for X amount of time, which the time might be hard to figure out, that gives them the ticket to now put in that ticket into a raffle for a prize that they want. That requires more on our end to keep that more organized and figure out how long have they been doing it, what prize, all that stuff. The easier way, which is easier on us, is throughout the event, we will pick secret times for like smaller raffles where whoever is participating currently at that time in the Discord with us, whether that is either watching or playing in the Discord, like you have to be in the Discord, you will be in that drawing for that raffle prize that we are doing at that time. So it's easier because everyone's there at that moment. We don't need to track, we don't need to organize things or reach out. And then people who are viewing on the stream will DM the person in charge of that specific block, whether that's a keyword that the person says in the stream to get put in the next raffle prize, will be able to be in that raffle. That's the easiest way I'm thinking of doing it.
Yeah, so I just dropped something in the eBoard chat that there is something that you can do with Moobot where you can set it where you type a keyword in chat. So like we can just set the bot to set it up so that you do like bang raffle or hashtag giveaway or whatever the keyword is, and then they all get raffled, and then it does a randomizer. So if you want to look at that, maybe Christian, welcome.
Sure. As soon as I get internet.
Yeah, when you get the interwebs working, if you could just like maybe look at that link I sent about how to do it, but it's Jen, it can be as simple as everybody who's in the channel at that given time, we just pick random times. They do hashtag giveaway or hashtag raffle, and then the bot will, like, you can close the bot and then it does an automatic randomizer, and then boom, you're done.
Now, is this just for like the stream part of it, right?
It's through Twitch. Yeah, it's through Twitch. So
we would have to be streaming it.
We're planning on streaming it, right? Is that
yes.
the thought? Yes.
We would have to also figure out how we'll do that with everyone.
Yeah. So my assumption was that we were going to be streaming the time, so we could just do it right through Twitch.
Okay. So, what about the people who are participating? They'll just be put into it automatically, right?
Well, so this is the thing, is if you wanted to do like you were saying, pick like a random time, right? Mm-hmm. If it's a matter of like, you could just we could pick if we want to give a prize away for each block, or it's just literally random times, we'd just be like, okay, we're gonna do the next raffle, and it's just totally randomized.
And
Well, because I don't want, my thought is like, I don't want people to know when the gift is given because they might just come just for that one thing. But I also want people to just come. I want people to come, and if you're there, ooh, prize.
Yeah, so we can literally just like off streaming. We can like when we're not live on Twitch, we can like literally just like, okay, we're gonna pick some times random, and as a new board, and be like, okay, this is when we're gonna do them, and then literally like say it was like 10 minutes from now at 5:21, I'd go, all right, you know what, we're gonna do a raffle now. Now's the time, and then literally just throw hashtag raffle in the chat if you're here, and we're gonna do the randomizer and we'll pick a drawing, and we can just do it as simple as that.
But I also, sorry, Christian.
Yeah. So I actually really, if we are planning on streaming this, I really like this idea because not only is it just you have to be there in the moment, but also if you do like something like a keyword, I can quickly send a DM to my friend Denny, and Denny and I can take shifts going on to the stream and get as many raffle keywords as we possibly can, or whatever the case may be. But with something like the in-chat Twitch one, assuming we are streaming it, it makes it so you have to be there, you have to be in the chat or in the Twitch stream with the audio on, paying some sort of attention, kind of interacting with the stream. So when I say, okay guys, we're going to do a stream, here's our keyword for the day, people can actually be like, okay, let me type this in now while the raffle is still active for this 5-minute period or whatever.
Okay, so we could do that for the stream part, but for the people who are participating in the Discord and playing the game with us, they probably won't be able to watch the stream. So we would just add them to the raffle then.
No, I think if they're on Discord, right, and they don't happen to be in the stream, and they're just whatever, just be like, all right, we're doing a raffle, guys. Make sure you go open the stream up.
Okay.
Like if they, all right, imagine we're playing Among Us, right? And we have 10 people in a room like we have like right now. When that happens, obviously somebody that's either streaming is going to be in the room too, or a mod will be in there and be like, oh, it's raffle time. Make sure you go open the stream up. So what I mean. So we won't negate that. Because if they're playing, then obviously they're engaged, and we're not worried about that.
I didn't think about that. So yeah, that's definitely, we could do some more research into this. That sounds easy on us.
I was just saying, having it on Twitch, right? Having everyone participate there. Is that what you said, Roger?
Well, they don't. Ideally, there's going to be people that are going to be playing the game. Like, use Among Us is a good example, right? There's people that are kind of hanging out in the Twitch chat, picking on me, and then there's people that are in the room playing, picking on me, Christian. And so like if you're not in the Twitch chat because you're in the Discord playing a game, we're just going to make sure that whoever's playing, like if a raffle happens in the chat, somebody says, hey, it's raffle time. If you're not in Twitch chat, go jump in there and do what you need to do for the raffle. You know what I mean? So we can just make sure that we don't negate people that don't happen to be in there because they're in a Discord room playing.
Okay, so we give them time to hop in.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, that's why I see that something like 5 minutes or maybe 8 or 10 minutes, like of a raffle entry time. So friends can get the word out. People that are in the Discord in the games can actually Roger, you did some serious thinking into this. I'm impressed. You didn't actually just give it to somebody else.
I mean, some days I gotta actually do something.
So that is.
Is it only keywords for the bot?
So the way it works, Luna, is Christian can set up the bot to you basically turn the raffle bot on, and then you can set a keyword, and then you say John would go, okay, it's raffle time. Type hashtag raffle in the chat if you want to participate, and then it collects all of the people that did that, right? And then Twitch has an algorithm that will just randomly select somebody. So you basically turn the raffle on for a short period of time, like 5, 7, 10 minutes, and it's got the mechanics all built into Twitch to do this.
So for example, if I'm playing a single player game and I'm streaming it on a Saturday morning or whatever else, I can say in the chat and I can write, if we have the layout or whatever, in the next boss fight, during the next boss fight, the raffle's gonna be on for those 5 minutes that I'm fighting the boss. So people, if you stay engaged on the stream, and you wait until I get to the next boss or at the end of the level, the raffle will be on. Let's say I'm playing Mass Effect or whatever game. And I'm using an example single player game just because it's easier to think of a checkpoint. But
Yep.
So I could do it that way, and then I would give the keyword to.
Did he cut off for just me, or is everybody?
Yeah,
For everyone.
Yeah, you can.
Flew
Yeah, you
away.
can. Yeah, exactly, Luna. If you can hear us, you're right. So you can be like next time. Yes. Yep. And so, like, if you're John, for example, if you're watching the stream, you could be like, the next time I die, the raffle closes. You're
Okay,
embarrassed, John.
I like it. That sounds like a fun way to do it.
What do you
It's
mean,
great.
Roger? We won that
Um,
one.
You still died, didn't you?
Yeah, I died. The important thing is if your team wins or not.
All right, I love it.
But yeah, I don't know if you can do it manually with the MooBot or like the raffle turning off. Again, that's something we have to look into. But I think doing something like a time, like in the next 5 minutes, in the next 10 minutes, kind of thing, would probably make the most sense. Especially because if you're playing, you can do like one round of Among Us, or you can do one level, or you can do when you do like the next time I die, especially for certain games.
Next
it's
time
a
I
little
die,
bit more
die
difficult
right there.
Yeah.
to kind of like be like, okay, let me stop in the middle of this game. Yeah, like
Yeah,
let me
no,
stop in the middle of the
yeah,
game to
that's
jump
a good,
over.
and especially if you're John, where you just die every 5 seconds. But no, you can set it up like you can set how long. When you go through the link I gave you, you'll see it's really simple to like set how long you want to keep the raffle open for, when you want to change it. But you can manipulate this as the streamer any way you want to, right? You can just be like, I'm gonna keep this open for 10 minutes. I'm gonna keep it open for 20 minutes. Let's play a game. I want to keep it open until I get to the next boss. Whatever you want to do as the streamer, you can kind of set it. But there is a mechanic on the back end that somebody's got to work.
Slap is asking if it's going to be open to all, or
Yeah.
just.
I want it. So this is also, I want it to be open to post students to the point where even if people aren't a part of Avis and they are interested, it gets them to come see us. So it's getting more engagement from more students, but also Avis.
So what I'm hearing is it's open to all post students.
Yes. So the
Okay.
hard thing is how do we know they're post students in the stream?
You
By
just
getting them to sign into the Discord to actually receive it's the same.
no, because if they're not part of Avis, they may not be part of the Discord. But John has a way to like double check.
Right.
We just
so-
need to do some verification before passing out the actual prize.
Exactly.
I can
Right.
verify if I just get their name. That's all I need.
Right. In
Yeah.
order to get the prize, we will have to verify it, and we will set that up ahead of time. The rules.
They have to email you
So,
from their student
Again,
email account.
not that we've.
No, it's fine. I could just get their name and look them up in CNS if they're in CNS
yeah,
and they're a student.
John's got superpowers. So
John
Maybe.
has
Yeah.
superpowers.
well,
so
so did Dustin and
kinda
I, but
looking-
we're lazier. Just kidding.
But looking into the MooBot would be kind of like, if I don't know how it gives the kind of the winner, but I'm assuming it does it in just the Twitch chat and says, JBev has won the raffle. So maybe we can edit that like command prompt to be like, JBev has won the raffle. Please message Coach Denny or whatever it says, to get your prize, and then John will reach out to them and do his verification admin superpower thing.
Yep, you can. So I'm looking at down at where the response section. There is a response section where you can do like @username, and then you can put a message. Yes. So the answer to your question is yeah, that's absolutely doable.
We may want to filter it, not bombard Danny with a bunch of, bombard John with a bunch of random people.
Well, how many are we thinking of doing? I verified everyone who
100,000.
voted in the presidential election, and that was like 20. It took me like, I don't know, 10 minutes. It's not bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I
we
just
need to do
search a name.
100. We need to get John to do some work here. As well.
Well, what I was thinking is like, what if we're doing one of those 24 hours marathons and we're doing raffles and it's 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and we're getting some names.
Well, they'll get their prize like within 72 or whatever hours. They don't get it right away.
Yeah, we have to work around John's sleep schedule and his family time. Okay, Violet comes first. Raffle
True
comes
story.
second.
True
Like
story.
you will get it. It
Yes.
just depends when you'll get it. We're not gonna cut people off. Like if they win, we're not gonna be like, nope.
Yep.
So-
And
but-
John can tell that it came from the raffle bot, and now that somebody random is sending him an ad message.
I didn't catch what you said.
Yeah, I missed the question
I
there.
meant like, you're saying that the actual raffle bot is gonna send John a message when the person responds from there. What I'm trying to say is differentiate from someone random sending him a message saying, "Hey, I won." I just wanted another layer of verification. I don't know if he was gonna get the message from the bot or from the person themselves. How does he know that the person actually won the raffle without us getting involved if they're sending him a message directly?
Well, we could have
maybe
someone
the-
else actually give the prize. I just do the verification.
That's a really good point, actually. Maybe the best way to do that would be something like, no, I think his point is like, okay, so the bot responded in chat and said JBev won the prize, but I DM'd John first and said, hey, I won a raffle at this time on this day. Here's my name. I'm a student. So I think, or at least that's what I'm assuming Luna was talking about. But I think the best way to combat that would be something like, as a streamer, if you're running a raffle, you need to take down the names of all the people. Yeah, like you or somebody in chat, whoever, of the responsibles, as I'm now giving them a name, I guess, needs to make a list of people and kind of bring that to John or bring that to, the eBoard chat, and then we can verify that across people, and then John can, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Remember, guys, I'm ESL, but thank you. That's what I meant. As sort of a filter, because the streamer can recognize who, you'll see the message from the bot on the Twitch chat, and you can kind of filter it through, get a list, and then pass it on to John, as opposed to random people at 3 a.m. in the morning. And I'm going, with the outlier example, or some random people sending him message. I won.
That's good because you'll see. So everybody. So what I'll say is the homework on this is everybody go to the link that I sent and just kind of look and see how the bot works. But like Twitch will track everything for you, like from everything but John verifying in CNS that they're a student. Twitch will track and control everything for you.
So it keeps it on the dashboard of the bot.
Yeah,
is what I'm hearing.
So what'll happen is like it'll take it even gives you some light analytics. It'll tell you like 100 people did got into the raffle, and we picked this person, right? So it's all like it's literally kind of set it and forget it. You just gotta set the bot up correctly, and then John will be or whoever streaming will be like, oh okay, yeah, Slap Donuts won that. I gotta go check and get his real name and then check it against CNS, and then it's just real simple of like. We can just put a real simple message of like, look, this is open to post students. If you're not a post student and you win, if we verify that you're not a post student, you don't get the prize. Fin, right? Real simple.
Right. So throw that into your spiel as you're saying the raffle's open. The raffle's only for post students, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Roger, you're not allowed to win. Go home.
Yes, exactly. John can win though.
That's true.
John can win.
That's true.
He's a student.
So therefore, I should not be doing any of the raffles because that's a conflict of interest.
I mean, Jen is a student, Christian's a student, Luna's a student, Crispy's a student.
Are they going to be entering their own names?
They can enter.
Well, the thing is, the person, if you, it's hard to. I don't know how to put this in words. If you are, like, say, I'm in charge of the stream from the first time period, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. I should not be able to go for that raffle because
yes, correct.
Why would the person in charge win? Like, I don't want to win. I want other people to win. So if you're in charge of that time period, you can't go in for the raffle.
Right.
Yeah, it's just simple. If you have the block, you don't get to put, and enough. You have to set the raffle up anyway. So like, if it's your block, you don't win. But any other block is fair game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And kind of looking at that, it's like. If you're not, so when, obviously, if we're going to be streaming this, we're going to be streaming this on the Post Esports Twitch stream, right?
Yes.
So if you aren't on that time block, you should be on your own personal Twitch and then putting in through your own personal Twitch as, one of us who might be streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you got a question. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, well, I'm gonna be moving off of this topic now. So, if you have
Well,
something to
maybe I missed it because I was 5 minutes late, so I apologize. But did we talk about what kind of prices?
we're getting there.
Not yet.
We're
Oh,
almost there.
I thought that was on topic, so you're moving on. But go ahead.
We're almost there. So, that is a smart idea. Thank you, Roger. That takes a lot of stress off our shoulders too. So that is perfect. So that takes off my next thing I need to talk about. So I talked to Denny earlier. He says we should probably aim for the either 500 or below mark for prizes. He did give us the 1,000, but he said stay at 500.
That's more than enough.
Yeah. So,
I mean, you're talking about per event or
yeah.
okay.
So we're gonna try to.
Wait. For this bash or just in general for the year?
The bash.
The bash. Yeah. So for the bash, the entire block of the bash, we have $350.
500.
$350.
Oh,
Ooh.
we wanted to divide that up because we don't want to just do one 300.
I'm kidding. $500. If that's what John says, $500.
Alright, there
I
you
was
go.
just I'm just pulling a guess out because that's about, they've given me up to $800 per event before, so I was just doing a rough estimate. I haven't actually confirmed that we can get that money, but I don't see why we wouldn't be able to because they've given me more than that in the past.
So
All
we
right.
could,
Go ahead, Jen.
As the first event to try to go big,
I was gonna say let's aim for 500, and hey, if they give us more, we got more. Nothing wrong with that type of thing. So we'll just
All
kind
right.
of.
So let me just say this. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jen. I'm the
That's
worst.
fine.
Can we aim for 600 then?
Sure.
Oh, I was not thinking he was gonna go that way, but yeah, sure.
Well,
I
so
thought he was gonna go lower.
it's either this. It's either John either requests 300 or 600. So you guys make the call of what you want him to request, because there's 12 time slots, right? And if we do $50 worth of raffle prizes each time slot, that's $600. If we do 25, it's 300.
Okay, we'll go with 600 then. Cause
And then we could good.
my plan was during this, like, so we would have a small, like, little smaller prizes, 'cause, like, well, the way that we're doing it now, it might be different. Never mind. What I was thinking goes back, because now we have the Mubot,
Perfect.
so we're good.
Yeah.
So we aim for 600 then.
So, kind of, if I want to jump off of this money point, would be if we're going to, this is our first one, and we were, kind of just with our trial experience. But if we're going to continue moving towards something like this for like every month or every other week, or we had talked about doing it more often, depending on how this one goes out. Maybe we look to in the future kind of like draw back on some of that money, and because we do have other types of things we want to do
Yes.
outside
make
of
it
just
smaller.
the weekend bash.
This is just
Maybe
like
we do the
summer
300 or the
bash.
150.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends.
something.
It depends if they say how I want to ask for it, right? If I want to say, hey, we need this money for this specific event, and all of the money is going towards this event, or if it's going to be like hey, Avis could use this money for the semester or for the year, and we just get one large lump sum, and then we can split it up into as many events as we want. It depends, how I ask for it. If I ask for, say, just, oh, this is the money for this event, then it doesn't really matter because, if we lowball it so that we can get more later because they're just giving it for that event only. You know what I'm saying?
right?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think of the idea of kind of what J was gonna say, that we have a lot of smaller prizes, but maybe this time, if we're gonna have a 24-hour stream or a large, we can culminate the event, or at some point in the event, maybe the climax of this event will be having some sort of, it doesn't have to be a tournament, but a large scale game where we have a lot of players and big involvement, maybe in a peak hour, and that specific slot might have a larger price.
That's what I was thinking. So
Yeah.
like throughout like thing, or like we would have smaller prizes, like, oh, maybe like a $20 gift card to Dunkin' or Starbucks or Taco Bell, like we talked about, or just like, because this is for like, I want to get more people to know that we exist. So I don't always just want to do 25. Like, I wanted to keep it more towards gaming, but also so other people we all have lives out of gaming. So I also wanted to contribute
We
to
do?
that. Yes.
Oh.
Hopefully you
News
do.
to me.
Yeah, but
Hopefully.
and I agree with you, Jabet. But I want to bring a counterpoint. Is at the same time we may want to get some people engaged in gaming so they become part of the club, and so some of the prizes might be something that makes it easier for them to
Yeah, that was
access
my plan.
games, whether that's a game itself or a code towards a game or gift cards towards a gaming place or something like that, just to make it more accessible for them as well.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to do. So like the gift cards would be more of like, you know, spontaneous stuff. But then once we get into like the bigger prizes, like let's say we're playing, because I kind of want to make the prizes related to what we're playing in a way. So like let's say we're doing Catan. The bigger prize for that would be you win the game board itself. And then maybe in between that, within the time period, you get like a $15 gift card raffle. Because I don't want it just to be one raffle for each one, because what if they didn't? I'm trying
Hello?
to find,
I
trying
mean,
to sorry, I'm trying to figure out my words.
I
Because
mean,
now the MooBot switched up, I have to fix my mental
No, but
state.
no, you're good though. So like, I think, so what I'm hearing is thematic prizes. So you want thematic prizes, and so I think what needs to occur is, so we have a target budget, right? So we just say, well, look, our target budget is $500 to $600. We know that, you know, the way we're going to do the actual raffles. Now the next piece is we want to do thematic prizes plus, you know, we want to get Christian a couple of Taco Bell gift cards, right? And so I think after we get through the process of picking the person that's going to own the slot and the game they're going to play, then we can, like, so we have to kind of back up a little bit to move forward. Is like, if we say, okay, so let's say Jen is going to take 3 to 6 on July 16th and she's going to play Catan, right? Then we know that we're going to want to go buy a Catan set. And then say Luna is going to go play a one-shot D&D for 2 time slots, and then we're going to give out like a player handbook and, you know, whatever. We just kind of need to know that so that we can kind of then start thinking about what the prizes are.
Okay.
Is that where you're at, Jay?
A little bit, like it doesn't always have to be thematic. It's just like for some games, like if it kind of works perfectly for a board game, you get to win that board game if you
Yeah,
like,
I
or
like
you
it.
get. We now get to we'll buy you the full board game, whether it's in person or if you want it on the computer. It's like that type of thing. But also, like if we're playing a game that you can't really buy anything for, we'll have like a biggerish prize during it too.
well, and I'm gonna throw some. I know we just spitballing ideas here, but I'm gonna just go crazy and you guys can shut it down. But one, it's impossible to get, whether that's Steam or PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo each of gift cards, because they sell them as small as $10 or $5 if you need to. So if someone wants to play a game, maybe they don't have a powerful enough PC, but they may have a Switch, or they may have if it's a cross-platform game, they may have a PlayStation or an Xbox. They may get a gift card they can use towards that game or to buy, DLC towards the game, etc. Two, the larger prize, if and it doesn't have to be for this event, but a really large prize, depending on the amount that we get, if we get 600 or more, and I'm just saying, just for the first event, because we want to go big and attract people, it could be something as big as one of this valuable, the cheap, I don't want to call them cheap, the value consoles, such as either the Switch or the Series S or something like that, which are less than 300. And I know I'm going big, but I'm just giving ideas of something that, okay, now you have a console, now you can join. There's no reason why you can't join Avis Gaming and play with us and be part of it, because we play games in this environment. I can't say a PC because there's no way you're gonna get a computer or a PlayStation for 300, but you get the
Well, like
if
on
I can
that
jump in.
point,
Okay, so I kind of like this idea, and going back to like when Roger was talking about the 25 or the 50 per block or whatever, maybe we, if we get the 600, we do the 25 for each block, except for, one block on Saturday, the 3 to 6 block, we play one, and we advertise the crap out of it. We play one super big game, and we have like all this extra kind of cash flow stored here, and we can do, bigger prizes like they used to do at bingo. Maybe it's a monitor or a mouse or a gaming
we
keyboard
had
or
a
something like
huge
that.
budget for that.
they give out Nintendo Switches like crazy.
Well,
We
yes.
only got 600 here. The whole Switch would be that amount of money.
No,
Right, no,
so you
I
can get a Switch for
understand
3.
this.
You can get a Switch for $299, but like,
We could get
I-
the light
I-
for 200.
Yeah, so
handheld.
I actually don't. I think we could possibly do some kind of hybridized version of this. I think you guys have a lot of creative ideas. Is like we could do varying prizes. Maybe we pick a. Maybe it's not the Switch. Maybe it's $100 Steam gift card. Like I don't know, but like I think what we need to do, and my personal thought is like we have an idea of the budget. I think we need to get to a place where we get an understanding of what game we want to play and who wants to own what blocks. And then like maybe next week we can have the conversation around, okay, what are we going to do for prizes, and then not necessarily be on stream for that.
Okay.
Does that make sense for the group?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
once we know the budget and what games, it's true we can organize it better.
But more towards like specifically that big kind of event. I think like that might be maybe way less related to the games than anything else. If it's going to be like our major, promoted section, and and that's why I kind of compared it to bingo, in not the sense of like the actual prizes, but like the various, like you had very different types of prizes. You had AirPods or Roku sticks or whatever. So that was kind of my idea, where it was like, if we want to do something like that, it doesn't necessarily have to be related to the game whatsoever.
Yeah. Like I was thinking like throughout the entire thing we'll have smaller, not like crazy like expensive prizes, but then like at the end, like the last day on Sunday, that is when the big ticket item will come out. Where it's like everyone come in for that, that's a big ticket item.
Or it could be towards the middle if the big event is on Saturday. I mean, that will keep people attracted, thinking, wait a minute, we have another price.
What if we make a thing where like you have to participate in at least something every day to be eligible for the big raffle at the end, which is on the last day, to get people to come, like, to all of it.
All right, like have a certain amount of raffles that the bot records your name on.
Well, you said the bot records everything, so technically we'll have everybody's name.
Yeah, when the entry.
I'm not sure if it'll aggregate multiple raffles like that. Chris would have to figure that out.
Okay, so we don't like go push on time here. Let's figure out that next week. We do have a chat for that, so push your ideas in there.
You logged in and you saw it?
Huh? Oh. The next thing I wanted to talk about basically was what games are we gonna play? In my itinerary, I have the time blocks, a little setup thing where it's like, it depends what we're all available. We could also probably talk about this on our own, but the question is, what game ideas do we have? And also, is it just gonna be us that's doing all the games? Or can we have like other students who are interested who wanna like host it?
So, I liked what games you did have there, personally. I obviously just kind of looked at it like for 5 minutes before, I had my internet troubles, but I like that idea. More towards like the streaming point, and like if we're having other people stream it, maybe depending on how quick, I know you had made the streaming, the Avis stream team or whatever we're going to call it. If we get that off the ground by that point, maybe we can look to
You cut out, Chris.
Man, is everyone's internet just bad today or what?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's the first hot day ever.
Right? Internet's dying right now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So with that, we could so we'll keep the game ideas. We'll figure out, as an e-board, we'll figure out another time to meet or something so we could personally and privately discuss this, I guess, in a way, to figure out what we're gonna do with like who's gonna do what, the prizes and stuff like that. Unless you guys want to talk about it now, I'm okay with it. Because I feel like we definitely have more to talk about. Did my internet go out?
I
Are
think
you
we should.
thinking? Are you like okay?
I was thinking here. I was like, did she go out or did she just stop talking? Did I go out?
Sorry, it's an actor thing. You always end up on like, you're going up. You're not ending it going down. Usually when you go down, that means the conversation is done, but it's a habit. Sorry.
Little elvish boy, which is Kevin, right? I think is a fan of smaller prizes because it encourages involvement from more people.
Good point. I mean, not every prize has to be a massive, big prize. It can be smaller
Well,
ones scattered
yeah.
too.
I was thinking one big ticket item, and then a bunch of little smaller ones throughout. So it's like instead of getting like 5 prizes because we had a big ticket item which took up a lot of money, or like, the amount of prizes we get, we don't want to lose that. I don't know what I'm saying.
Right.
My ideas
No,
are
I
everywhere now.
definitely agree.
Yeah.
We're gonna still have all of these smaller prizes, but just maybe slightly decrease in amount, and then have 1 or maybe 2 bigger ticket items towards the middle or the end, or however we end up deciding to format this raffle system. We're still gonna have the same amount of giveaways, just maybe slightly less, so that we could have a bigger singular items towards whenever.
Yeah.
Or at least that was the thought.
Yeah. Small prizes throughout the beginning, and then like you have a big prize at the end, which makes people want to come back and engage more.
So I realize that the list of games, and I know that your suggestions, but they're all like party games or multiplayer games. Is that the only thing that we're doing? Just to know.
Yes, I want it to be multiplayer games because I want everyone to engage with each other. I want students to come play. Let's play Jackbox together. We get 10 people to play Jackbox, or like Catan. You could get, I think, about 3-4 people. I want this event to be where we're all like hanging out, having a good time, and if you're here and you're engaging, you could get put into a raffle. Type of
Yeah.
thing.
I really like that idea.
Multiplayer games, yeah.
All right.
I like the idea of kind of inclusion games because it's especially as this is trying to reach people outside of the club, it's kind of showing them more like we want. We don't want you to just stare at Roger playing Valhalla for an hour and a half, or Denny playing WoW and just XP grinding for.
Yeah.
That's great.
You know.
For example, if we were playing.
It's not we are Avis up here. It's everyone can be a part of Avis.
Yeah.
Exactly. For example, Sea of Thieves, which is a cross-platform game and multiplayer. If we were to give out you can sign up for Game Pass on PC or Xbox for $1. If we were to give out a gift card for Xbox, hey, you can join the game now. Download the game from Game Pass for $1 as part of the raffle that we gave you. We'll give you a gift card that's more than that. Join the game, and it's like a 60 or 70 player multiplayer game. Just a crazy idea.
I love that you go above and beyond, Luna.
I'm sorry.
No, that's not sarcastic. I really like it. You're out of the box.
Well, I'm saying shoot for the stars, and if I get to the clouds, who knows?
Yeah. So yeah, but like good games, free to download, where people can download and learn if they want, and just join and have a good time. The prizes are just something that kind of could bring people in, but it's not a competitive style to win, which is what I wanted. I wanted to be more non-competitive, fun, hangout type of thing. And hey, raffle. It's like when you have those breakfast pancake dinners. I don't know if you've had them before, where you had pancake nights or whatever, and they have raffles. It's kind of like that. I sound crazy, probably. So we'll figure out.
That was a new one for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Really? It might have been a swimmer thing. But you're a swimmer too before. But so
Had those. I remember those.
pancake
swimmer.
breakfasts.
Yeah.
You got the raffle. Good pancakes. Anyways, so we'll start chatting about prizes. I do want the students to know what prizes they are, so they could come. So it gives them more, like, if I see like, yo, that prize, I want to come play. Maybe I could get that, but they don't specifically know when. So it kind of makes them want to be there more, because maybe when will that prize happen? When will they get it? So we will figure out that, the time slots and stuff like that. Game ideas, we have that chat. Let's talk in that chat. Let's communicate about game ideas, when, who can do what, and stuff like that. Anybody want to say anything else about the Summer Bash, or should we just move on?
Covered a lot. I think we can
All
move on
set.
now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so the next thing is, so how we were talking about last week about like the Fortnite Fridays, Minecraft Mondays, D&D nights, and all that stuff. I was thinking if we want to start it maybe next month, or do we want to start it like maybe halfway through? Because once we do that, we need to figure out, is Fortnite Fridays going to be every third Friday?
So can I let me chime in if I could. Sorry, I was totally distracted for the last 10 minutes because
It's okay.
apparently the Caves and Cliffs release for Minecraft is out. Anyways, I think the next
Good to know. Thank you.
right. My 9-year-old came running in, being like, I think the snapshot's out. So I think the next thing, Jen, is kind of figuring out the stream team before we go too much further with like the games that on Cadence. And I say that just because like I think that has a major impact on like how many like stream nights we do or nights we do of like Fortnite Fridays, this, that, and the other thing, is if we have enough people that are going to kind of run it. That would just be my 2 cents.
Okay, like but for these, I wasn't even thinking like they have to be streamed.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. The only I keep tying the streaming into the club because that's like our, for now, until we have like an on-campus ability. Even when we do, it's the way that we can kind of show
It's
to
our
the world that we're
platform.
hanging out. It's our platform. Yeah, thank you.
And why not stream it if we're doing it anyways?
Yeah, so like I was just thinking that it may be a good idea to kind of try to figure out the streaming. So my 2 cents is I would recommend that we jump to streaming, and we get that solved, and then we go back a little bit to start in June these days, one every week. Because I would love to see the club get to a point where like, oh, okay, we're gonna do Minecraft Mondays, D&D every Thursday, Magic the Gathering on Tuesdays, and Christian runs D&D, and Parmish runs Magic, and Slap runs Fortnite, or whatever the case may be. We just know who is going to be responsible. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and kind of, if I can jump off of that point, maybe we look to kind of establish the Avis stream team and then we can use that for, in terms of games and game in like time slots for the actual weekend bash, because like I know personally I'm probably going to be working Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the unforeseeable future, because those are my busy days of my job. So if I'm not available, and John, he has weekend time on Saturdays from 1 to 6 p.m. Because Violet comes first. We might need other people to kind of fill in the gaps. So getting the stream team off may help with that.
I agree.
Okay, so
Don't
I
worry,
think
Slap. You won't have to stream Fortnite.
I'm better on weekends. Like I have weekends off, and I'm usually with my kids, but I can take some slots, especially early in the morning or late at night.
Okay, so
Yeah, no, Slap has to. You have to stream Fortnite, Slap. I'm sorry, that's just the way it works. If you want to be on the
It'll
stream
make-
team, you have to.
Everyone has to stream Fortnite one time. It's your rite of passage.
Exactly.
there's a lot of people who in this club who want to start playing Fortnite, so you could start to Slap.
And there will be no game shaming from anybody.
Yes.
All right, so Jen, if we could, I know we only have like 10 minutes left. So where did we land? And I'm gonna poke, and this is for the advisors for a second, for John. Where did we land on your thought process of using PostU Esports or needing to create a second channel? We just need a decision from you.
From me?
Yeah.
We have a second channel.
He sounds so outraged.
No, because this is the thing, is like that was like one of the kind of like the sticky wicket of like moving forward of like where we're gonna do is like
With streaming and stuff.
Yeah, we use the PostU Esports channel and we create a team that has access to that with a schedule and control and the code of conduct, or do we go to the older channel and try to get that kind of cleaned up and we use that?
With
So John,
that,
I would
wasn't able-
if it was up to me, alone, I would say we create or use the one that already exists, an Avis stream, and just do that for all Avis related things, and then just kind of keep it separate. We'll be able to get the follower count and all that up to the esports channel level, because there's going to be probably the same group of people tuning into both. So we just promote it, we just cross promote it, and then I think it'll be fine.
So you want
I
two
would
channels?
I would prefer having 2 channels, yeah, because that way, you know, if you guys at Avis want to do something and there's a match,
You guys and Avis, listen to
I
him
know,
now
I
that he's
know.
had an amazing first season. He's starting to like
So
distance himself.
I
My thing with
I don't
that,
disagree
though,
with John.
Kenny, is that like if
Mhm.
there is a match, support your fellow Avis esport members. Like, I'd rather not have an event when
Sure,
there's a
but
match
during the
or something.
season, there's gonna be matches every single night, Monday to Friday.
Yeah, and especially if something gets rescheduled onto like say our
Yeah.
Avis weekly time, our Avis stream time is Fridays at 7.
Right.
There's gonna be a match at 8. There's gonna be a match at like 6:30.
Right. Like
So
you guys are all
I
excited,
was
like we got this event planned, for Friday, we're gonna stream it, blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, our big Smash match had to be rescheduled for that time. Sorry, you can't stream it anymore because the esports takes priority. I wouldn't want to do
yeah.
that to you guys, you know what I mean? Like, but at
You
the same
guys,
time,
again,
but at
listen to the language coming out of this guy's mouth.
but at the same
Um,
time, we can't. I can't go to the esports teams and say, sorry, I can't stream this event because we have an Avis event. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing: is
So I think we need both. Like it makes sense to be able to have both access points, and to target audience if they want to go watch an actual match with esports, or if they're going to watch someone stream a different game or something, And I think it gives the students a variety to choose what they want to do. For instance, if there's something happening on the same night.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I like the two.
yeah, and Jen, I was on the same page you were about like you split your viewership. It becomes a separate audience and things of that nature. But I'm starting to lean on the other side of like creating, if we give a stream team, right? So this is the thing is like, John only does so much with the stream, right? I'm gonna pick on him for a second, right? If we give this stream team carte blanche to say this is your channel, go nuts, right? Within the code of conduct, then it gives a little bit more flexibility for the stream team to kind of spread their wings, and it doesn't have John being like, well, actually, I need this banner because I like it for broadcasting. You know what I mean?
I love the voice you give them. That's the best.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean,
Wow,
if you're
you
gonna
make me
use-
sound.
If you're gonna use
You guys and Avis?
and like at the end of the day, John, you still own the channel. Like the channel still is gonna be.
Right.
You're gonna have to be the controller of the everything because that's it's part and parcel of where you are. But so I would think I'm on board with creating. Going back to the Avis Gaming channel. I don't know if I love the idea of Avis Gaming, or I would like to see the channel and see if we maybe change the channel name to like Post Gaming or something, so it's got more of a post branding.
So you want to
But-
change the name of the club?
No.
Yeah, that would be the concern. Would be like how much if we're changing the Twitch name, how much does it represent the
What
club?
what is the Twitch name? What is that channel? Like, can
I
somebody drop
believe
that channel link?
It
in
is. It's like so buried because we only used it once or twice that you can't even. It's like super hard to find it within Twitch's searching algorithm. But I believe it was Avis Gaming Association.
Parker
No
sent
spaces,
me-
no caps.
Parker
So
sent
John-
me it somewhere in our chat. I can
John-
probably find it.
The only thing of it is that channel's not affiliate,
Yeah.
so that channel doesn't have the ability to. You can't sub to that channel.
I think we're probably okay with
Do
that.
we? Yeah. Do we care about that? I don't know. I don't think we
So-
care about that.
I think, guys, I'm listening here, but we might be overcomplicating things. I mean, and overthinking. I think yes, we need 2 channels. Absolutely, we can have a vetted stream team that follows the code of conduct on the second channel that is organized and structured, right? However, the post EU channel as well should continue to be used, and we can have events like Thursday nights and things like that, structured differently, maybe not used as often, and especially used during when the season starts again, and we can use both channels concurrently. We have the stream team on the second channel. We're building that up slowly, but we continue to use the post EU channels as well. And we will have, for example, this team here using the post EU in conjunction or in addition to, or in parallel to the stream team that we will have. And then, again, we can have members that are part of both. So Christian could be part of both teams, the stream team and part of the post YouTube EU team. Until we build up the other one, but that way, and you could rename the Avis channel Avis as presented by Post EU. You know what I mean? Make it something simpler for people to find, where maybe the algorithm will find it on the Post E. If you add the name of
Like a
Post
post
University.
you.
I mean, just some idea. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah. So kind of in response to the two things we were talking about, for the algorithm thing, the only reason it's hard to find is because we didn't use it. So if we log in and we start using that again for our weekly meetings or our weekly streams or the stream team or whatever, it'll put it back into the algorithm of like actual channels to search for, instead of just like, Denny TTV or whatever, that he hasn't used it in forever because he uses the Post Esports, right? So there's kind of like that kind of difference.
I can't even find it. Like I can't get that channel.
Right. So that problem gets solved by streaming on it. The other thing was with the kind of the money and the subbing was, in the first place, all the money that we got from Avis or from the Post Esports subbing and bits and donating or whatever was all specifically for the esports program, was it not?
Yes,
correct. If
correct.
I remember correctly, it was for scholarships and stuff like this. So that was kind of my thing was, if we can be as big as the our main channel now, but we don't necessarily have to monetize it because there was a specific purpose for the monetization in the past.
Yeah, but so the thing of it is, though, is if we do stuff like I don't know, it's not just the monetization. I don't know what other tools are there for like charity events, like what other, like if there's anything else that we get access to for being an affiliate or partner, and the thing of it is like we'd want to get that to affiliate, because if we do get subs, then that can just get part of, we can be a self-sustaining budget, right? So we could, we can have the treasurer actually oversee, what comes in and use that to filter back into events and stuff. So it's just a matter of like, all right, Post U Esports, that goes towards scholarships, and the Avis Gaming Association, that goes towards the club events and stuff like that.
I like that.
I like it. I like the idea of doing the two channels. It's only got 8 followers, and I do think we do need to give it like a one-time name change of like Avis Gaming at Post, or something that's Post is in the name, just from a brand standard. Sorry, my dog is going nuts.
So, kind of off of that, we can invite it to the Post team. Like, there's a specific, when you guys became affiliate, there's a Post team, right? So,
Yep.
Maybe instead of necessarily changing it so it's like Eagles at Post or whatever the hell, it's still Avis Gaming Association. We maybe like add spaces and capitalization, but we just put it as part of the Post team, which I don't think you can do until you hit a certain number of followers and whatever. But maybe we can kind of figure that out. And I like the idea of self-sustaining budget and all this, but it's kind of like, are we allowed to do that? Would be kind of my only concern.
We've already kind of gone through the whole budget thing of knowing we can.
Well, my thing was like, as a club, if this is a club specific stream, like before it was the esports program and John and the esports degree program, it made a little more sense. I don't know.
Yeah, the answer to that, as long as nobody is profiting off of it, yes. As long as it funnels back into the the proper economy, like stuff for Post U Esports, that all works towards building scholarships. The club would all go back to the club and be used for club events. No club officer would get a payout or anything like that. It's as long as we are doing it in a manner that follows best practices. So it sounds like the majority would like to see us use the separate channel for the stream team. Does that sound like, Jen, you're okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I have, from a marketing and engagement and communications aspect, it's more difficult, but I could hop on with y'all.
And then just blame John for that, because it's
we're
John
just
is the
gonna be doing too much stuff. All of us are gonna be doing too much stuff during the seasons. Like in the summertime, it's not gonna seem like it's worth it because esports is not really doing much, but during the seasons, I'm telling you, you're going to be you guys are going to be very thankful. We are all going to be very thankful
You
that we
guys.
have two
Absolutely.
channels, because there's just going to be too much going on, and
I
we'll want to
agree.
stream
As much as it pains
stuff.
me, I do agree with you with that. But I would say this is what I'd like to see then, John, is a lot more of us using the gaming channel like we use the gaming channel for this meeting, right? Because it's the game club meeting. We
Mhm.
use that for other stuff. So so what I'd like to see is if you and I know I'm busting your chops today because I'm just in a mood, but like you'll own that channel, right? So you'll be the kind of the gatekeeper of the password and the stuff like that, and then it'll still be something where you kind of have access as the kind of the main owner of it from a advisor standpoint. And Dustin, thank you for putting it in the chat. I appreciate that.
Got it.
But then if we get to this point, so now we're opened up to now create the stream team, and then there can be a stream team captain, to Jen's point, if Kevin or somebody wants to volunteer, that is an officer, and they kind of work with you, and they kind of run it on their own, but you still have to be the kind of gatekeeper of that. Does that make sense for everybody?
I
It's
kind of
fine
like
with
this
me.
idea, but kind of going off of that and kind of if you move down Jen's itinerary, if my memory serves me correct, towards the bottom, is that something that streamer, captain, or whatever, is that something that we would want to, put as somebody who participates in these meetings? And obviously, I know we were trying to go more public with these meetings, but is that somebody we want to give a specific voice to in the same way that, I get a voice and Luna gets a voice, and, we invite John here, even though we don't really want John to be here.
I don't know, Jen. I'm gonna, I've been running my mouth a lot. I'm gonna put that on Jen. What do you think? Do you want to create create like a stream captain or whatever that it becomes an officer?
I feel we could, once we figure out what exactly the stream team's gonna be doing and how much they're gonna be doing, I think we could figure that out then. Especially if the stream team gets big and they're gonna be streaming like the Fortnite Fridays and like stuff like that, and our big events. We should have somebody here, a part of that stream team that's in this Discord, so they can relay the message back to the stream team.
Okay.
Mhm.
So then I think, okay, good. I like where your head's at. So I think a next meeting, right? The two main agenda items would, in my opinion, are figure out where we are with picking games and, for the bash, and then let's start between now and then start figuring out if we can iteratively build what we think the stream team should look like, right?
Top Donut says he volunteers at tribute for stream
Yeah.
cap.
And then we can quickly try to get, if we can quickly get the stream team built, and then we can look, John can oh, here are the keys to the kingdom, I'll work with you, and then we get it built, and we decide if somebody's going to be a captain that's going to join the e-board, then great, or not, however that works. But I think that's kind of an important next step. Cool.
So what I
and-
will do throughout the week, I can even post in like the general announcements, like if someone's interested in the team, send me a message, just so we could get a little gist of who's interested.
I like that.
I did too. Can I do a little bit of improv, Jen? Yes, and for you for a second. Yes, and we update the Avis streaming code of conduct, and you send that with your message.
That is the one I made last week.
I know, but what I'm saying is I like what you're saying, but I would also like to just solidify this code of conduct and send that with your message. So from the beginning, from
Okay.
moment one, you're saying, hey, would you like to be part of the stream team? That's awesome. Let me know. Here's our code of conduct. Before you even say yes, read the code of conduct, because if you can't not drop F-bombs, you're probably not going to be on the stream team. You know what I mean? Christian?
What?
Do we agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea, of sending out the code of conduct so people can understand what they're getting into.
All right. So as part of the next meeting, just to finalize that point from my point of view, we're gonna have a criteria. I mean, we want to have streamers that are casual and how many streamers are we gonna have, what days, and all of that. After we know how many, I mean, what if you get 20 applicants? We're not gonna.
If we get 20 applicants, I'll buy you dinner somewhere, Luna. Like we're not getting 20. We're not getting.
Can we get that extended to the whole e-board?
We're not getting 20. If we get 3 applicants, I'll be like over the moon.
All right. Well, I'm
Never
doing.
know.
I'm just saying, if we get
should
20
stream it
applicants,
like we
I
did
will
with the
find
Dota
people.
too.
He's saying that to me because I'm on the keto diet.
So yeah, that's why I'll get you. You know, I'll get you a hamburger with no bun. How's that? So Jen, so does that make sense? Are you good with that plan?
I'm good with it.
And I think, look, Luna, to your point, I think we just anybody that wants to stream and has the ability to stream, if they want to get on the team, it's another way to engage, right? Maybe they're not a varsity level player or whatever, but they love the idea of being involved, right?
That's
So-
what I meant. We don't need pro players only. If someone wants to, stream casual games as part of the team, we can give them a time slot for that. Like me.
I would actually like to see more of casual games, like somebody's like playthroughing Assassin's Creed or Hollow Knight or something like that.
That's me.
Oh
and
yeah.
then to kind of like jump onto what Roger was saying, and like what we're doing next week, I would actually look to, in my opinion, I would say maybe we should look at the stream team primarily, because if we can get that set up now, then that can, if that develops in time by July.
You notice he cuts out at the most crucial parts of his conversation. So
He does on purpose.
And grading.
Yeah,
Probably.
Go ahead.
Basically to get the stream team going now, and then if we can get it developed fast enough within this month and a half-ish that time that we have, we can pull those people and actually help them in the summer weekend bash or whatever we want. And that way we have more people to stream. We have, less pressure on people like John, who, he does most of our 90% of our streaming as it is, right? So.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's a great idea, and I'm all. That's why I kind of was like a bit of a bully with John about like make a decision, because I think the faster we can get to getting this more power, right? More people than the 4 or 5, the better the club's gonna be. So.
The one thing I want to say on that, please communicate in the e-board chat. I feel like I'm spamming y'all. So please, like when we post stuff about like the stream team and figuring stuff out in the summer bash, please put your input. Like there's some times where I put something in, I'm like, guys, when do you guys want to meet? And nobody answered. So like just even if
I
it's like
answered
yes,
only
yes.
because I couldn't make the time. And you were like, okay, well, I guess we're doing this time because no one else said
Yeah.
anything.
Just communicate with everybody. Just keep updated. Like even if it's like I hear you, I'll get back to you. Just so we know you saw it, because sometimes I don't know if you saw it. So it's like, and I
Or
don't
at
want to
least
reach out one by
give
one.
it, or at least do a cat react or something.
Yeah,
Right.
just like especially if we want to get this stuff moving up and a little bit quicker, we need to stay on top of things, and by staying on top of things is staying connected and getting things done.
Yeah, I love it.
Madam President, I didn't know we used the e-board chat for anything other than memes and making fun of John.
Sorry, sweetheart, things are changing.
I love it.
I was only one way to respond to that, and that was beautiful.
I don't know what was happening under the previous administration, Christian, but this is Jen's administration now.
So for now, we will just talk about the Summer Bash weekend and the stream team for the next up meeting. I did have more to talk about, but that stuff could be pushed back. I'm not worried. The one thing we need to talk about is when are we meeting for the summer? Is this a good time for everybody? Thursday at 5 o'clock?
It's a good time for me.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Yes,
for
but
me,
actually,
yes. Christian, yes.
no. I was just making fun of you. Please continue.
We could
no,
always
I-
push this back because Permish did say he is interested.
That's what I was
It
saying. That's where I was
depends on
going.
the time.
Like, so I think the 3 things we have like the 3 primary things on our agenda are figuring out the stream team, figuring out the games, and then this idea of Permish. Like, long answer, yes, it's good for me, but if it's not good for Permish, we need to figure out a time that it can work for Permish if he's going to be joining the group, and if not, we need to move on and like bring that in. So I would say that Does anybody have a problem with the 5 o'clock? Speak now.
No.
All right, then I guess Jen, if this time works for Permish,
Okay.
let us know.
Okay, I've been talking with him, so hopefully I'll send him a message after this to see what time he's free. So hopefully he'll get back by like this weekend, and we could see when we can meet next week. But if he doesn't get back, we'll meet at this time next week.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, this is the end. Push your
Um,
ideas through. Communicate.
John, did you get this Extra Life United email about how much they raised?
No.
Dustin, did you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Is that saying that's what they raised for the year through all charities, or is this one event?
For Connecticut
Sorry, I'm totally-
Children's.
I didn't get it. Though.
Yeah, my guess is it's probably through 2020.
So if that's the case, then does that mean we're responsible for like 1/10 of the charity raised in the state?
Yeah, probably.
That's cool. We should figure that out a little bit more. And so for those that don't get the email, we just got an email from Extra Life saying that Extra Life United raised $10,591 in Connecticut. So if that's the case, then we raised $1,000 for Extra Life. So then we are like 1/10 of the actual charitable giving.
We're over 10%. We raised 1550.
Yeah. So we are math, which is math is hard, but that's something that's cool to tell the rest. Like, if that's the case. So John, if you'd look at that too, and let's see if that's what they've raised for Connecticut. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you. Jen, you just tell me to stop derailing your meetings.
That's
Cool.
okay. I just let it kind of happen this week.
No,
this
please
meeting-
tell us something more.
It was kind of getting derailed throughout the entire meeting. I'm like, I can't stop you
Chris-
guys. I'm just
Christian,
gonna
you
let it
have a
happen.
new job.
Oh, God damn
We
it.
need to get a Gen power hungry emote. Like we need a Gen more power or Gen,
Yes.
Gen authority.
You
like,
thought it
we
was going to be
need-
a boring assignment,
Yep.
I
and then
totally
Roger
did.
kept talking.
Yeah, a Gen more power or Gen respect my authority. Like we need that emote.
Like
That.
Jen with
Little
red
by
eyes
little.
and fire in the background needs to be
Yes.
one of them.
Little by
Yes.
little, I'll
That's
get
like
out of my box.
shaking. Yeah, it's like shake. Yeah.
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 I need to figure out how to do this, but this is
Yeah.
definitely moving to #1 on my list. Maybe you need to send me more pictures of you doing angry faces.
I don't think. Okay.
No, it doesn't even need to be an angry face. In fact, it'd probably be better if it was a happy face.
Right?
Then it would look
And you-
even better, even more creepy.
An acting trick is
Mhm.
that the scariest criminals are the ones that have a smile.
That enjoy it.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But you really made it as the president when you have your own emote, Jen. So
Okay.
so I can't wait for this to
That's the
happen.
only way to be part of the e-board.
This is
and
one
board
one of the
advisors.
one of the primary goals in your first 100 days in office is to obtain a meme of yourself.
Speaking of
Okay.
which, we need one for Strongest and Dustin.
That's
That's
true.
true.
We need strongest.
And Crispy and Luna. Actually, whoa, we have a bunch of pretenders.
Christian, you've been slacking, man.
I didn't make any of the emotes. That was all
Alright.
our previous administration.
Ooh.
Okay, so just summing this up, next week we're going to talk about the Summer Bash. Once we figure out the stream team, we'll figure out what we can do for times. Just start figuring out, just send game ideas, prize ideas, just so we could get a nice idea when we get in next week, so we're not coming in raw like this.
So send it in the e-board like ideas and stuff. The e-board
Yeah,
stuff?
in the e-board, I made a Summer Bash weekend
Got it.
thing, so everything's just in one spot. For the stream team, I will figure out the code of conduct. I will send it in and see if you guys have anything else to switch or whatever, and we'll send it out to everybody. Other than that, I think we are good to go enjoy the rest of the beautiful day.
Perfect. Sounds good,
Very,
everyone.
very productive meeting. Well done.
All right. I'll talk
Um,
to you all later. Ending the stream. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.